Hello, everyone. Okay, so I wanted to speak about parties because lately I feel like even though mental health is being spoken about more, there is still kind of like a stigma and ignorance around it from people who perhaps don't understand it or aren't experiencing it themselves. And if you aren't keen to go to a party or go out, you are almost shamed for it, or it's not cool to decline and not go. But it should mainly be about what you feel comfortable doing with your time. Certain people thrive in social environments, certain people are able to be more extroverted in situations when needed, and certain people just don't enjoy going out. So, in this episode, I want to share my experiences at parties and my perception of it. So in high school, I've been to a few parties, nothing crazy, but when you are younger, you sort of crave social acceptance. You want to make friends, you want to be liked. And when I went to an all girls school, you can only imagine the pressure to fit in. And I feel like I was liked by people, but I was never like the coolest girl in school. I kind of bounced around a lot, trying to see where I fit in. And I also had a best friend where we did everything together. We were always out, we always had fun together, but it wasn't until I met my friend of over 10 years where I started to feel like, hey, she gets me. I don't need to fit in, I can be myself, and you start to see a difference in the way you feel about yourself. And I feel like when you have people who aren't just in your life for the good times, but will be there for you when you need them, those are the real ones. And even if it's just one friend, that friendship makes up 10 friends combined. And I feel like when you are growing up, it's important to experience things, make mistakes, learn, and grow. And from my own experience, going to parties was sort of an escape for me, where I needed a place to go to kind of forget about anything I was dealing with. You just want to drink with your friends, dance all night, and kind of just lose yourself in the music and have fun. But the one defining moment for me you know, through life that's kind of like stuck with me, that's made me realize like that was the turning point for me where I kind of decided that, you know, this isn't really something that fulfills me. And it was when I had my first job, my very first job, and I made new friends who were much older than I was. And every weekend, it was a situation where we went out. And I genuinely thought this was living. This is what life is all about. But after a while, I was at this party with a group of people and I honestly just wanted to go home. I feel like I had enough of the same environment. It wasn't making me happy. I wasn't having fun anymore. It wasn't fulfilling me. And I remember leaving and taking a cab home because I just didn't want to be there. And I wanted to be home. And when I would be home, I felt safe. I felt comfortable. I felt like I could use my time to really focus on what I actually wanted in my life instead of being around people that you're just around on a surface level and it's the same thing every single weekend. And in reality, sometimes parties are straight up not fun. Like, I feel like we should be open enough and like honest enough to talk about the fact that sometimes they're just not that fun. I love to dance to the music and have a good time. And I've been to multiple festivals throughout my life, which have been really fun, not gonna lie. But when I think back to the person I was at that time, I was lost, I felt depressed. And when you wake up the next day, your problems are still there. Now, I'm not saying this is how everyone must feel. I'm sharing my own experience and my own opinion on how I feel about parties. I feel like you need to experience things in life to gain a perspective on it. But right now, my idea of fun isn't necessarily going out every weekend, or even the idea of being in those environments does not excite me. I feel like I know how I'm going to feel after I go out. And do I really want to take 5 steps back when I'm trying to also improve my mental health? It is almost counterproductive. So when I would go out with my current close friends, okay, I had way more fun. So I like it because I feel like it also depends on the people that you surround yourself with, who also make that whole experience super fun. And I've also made new friends, especially this year, which is super cool. And it's been interesting kind of finally, being around people who are like minded, who you can have really cool conversations with, who are super chill and, in my opinion, cool because there's like no drama, they're really nice people, and there's a lot of common interests, which is really cool. But I feel like when you are spending time with people who have the same values as you and are cool, chill people, it makes the whole going out experience fun. And the vibe at parties isn't just about, let's drink alcohol and have a good time. It's about let's drink as much alcohol as we possibly can, period. It leads to chaos. It's not fun. And alcohol at parties should be let's drink rationally at our own pace, but there's this, unspoken pressure to get the most fucked up. And to me, it kind of stems from people wanting to fit in, to be cool, to do the most. It's definitely a complex issue, of course, but what I'm trying to say is that people decide to go out. They consciously decide to go out, get as drunk as possible, get everyone around them drunk, because that is what is going to make the party the most fun, right? When in reality, that is not the case. It's more fun when everyone is drinking at their own pace and, has their own limits set in their mind and they follow it. And that is what the perspective should be shifted to. Let's let everyone drink at their own pace on their own time and have fun according to them and what they feel comfortable doing. There is definitely a dependence on having alcohol to be able to be more social at parties, and it's just something inherently wrong with parties. So when I've been out, I've not been drinking to almost show myself that I can be social without needing to drink alcohol. I feel parties are suited more for single people as well because you're there to kind of mingle and have fun. And guys at parties can also be so annoying and forward that it also dampens like the whole vibe. And I think to myself sometimes that I'm not opposed to going out. Will I change my mind about it eventually, or have my priorities in life simply shifted? Like now in life, when I'm dealing with something, I don't want to push it away or not address it or try and cover it up in an unhealthy way. I want to be able to face it, experience the wrath of emotions I feel, and kind of figure out solutions on how to push forward. And it's cool if you enjoy going out and it acts as a release for you because, life can be stressful. It's nice to go out and have fun, but I want a different outcome. I want to do things differently for myself. And if you feel like going out isn't your thing, don't feel shame because you are choosing to not do what everyone else is doing. There are so many more things I would personally like to do with my time, or things, or money I look at, as fun, and I'm going to do what makes me happy. And there is so much pressure to be liked and appear cool to people. However, the person you need to be concerned with the most is yourself. If the people around you don't understand your vibe, then they simply aren't the right people to be surrounding yourself with. Like, really, no, I don't want to be out at a party every weekend. It's not that appealing for me. Cool if that's your vibe, but it's okay to have boundaries. It's okay to like what you like. And that saying about you become who you surround yourself with is so true, because throughout my life, I've made friends, lost friends, didn't like who I was around certain people. And is it really worth it? Is it really worth it to lose yourself? Life isn't cheap. Some of us do need to utilize our time wisely and make sacrifices in order to actually achieve what we want in life. And your mental health should always be a priority too, because without a healthy mind, you are pretty much fucked. This is no judgment to people who enjoy the nightlife and drinking, but ask yourself, is this lifestyle getting me closer to the person that I want to be and the life that I really want? Or am I sacrificing my own values in order to impress other people and appear cool? So if you are at a place where you aren't feeling that great, all I have to say is no matter how you feel right now, get up, show up, get dressed, and never give up. If the people around you are giving you advice to have fun, party, don't worry about your future, you are surrounded by the wrong people. I believe in you, and I love hanging out with you every week. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. And yeah, that's all she wrote, guys. Don't forget to comment in the comment section down below. And I really hope that you had fun with me today. So I'll see you next Wednesday. Ciao.